Assalamualaikum and have a great day. So today we're gonna present about the project report of structure design. We are from group 2. So in group 2 we have 4 members, which is Kumesin, Hamiza, Ain, and myself. So for the introductions, as we know, the structural designs that can be characterized as a company of technique or the tool that used to establish the economicals and safe requirement for the safety and to ensure that the design structure is strong enough to support the design load. So to support and stand up to the external load, the structure uses many elements. These elements define as the load path or how the load are transmitted within the building. For example, the transfer beams can be transferred the load from the upper to lowers, and from the beam construction must be safe and functional, withstand and pressure without the causing the discomfort and be secure enough to withstanding any forces that encountered during use to avoid the excessive bending and breaking.
Okay, next. My name is Nur Hamiza binti Hafiz. My matching number is CF210308. So, we go to the structure layout and architecture layout.
So this is the ground floor plan for architectures and structures. Next, this is the first floor plan for architectures and structures.
Okay, the last one is the roof plan.
So this is the beam design calculations for simply supported beam. For they have three ground floor. For Hamiza, she take E6 to 7. For Mesin, she take 2E to F. And me, I take A4 to 5. And I take first floor, which is beam A6 to 7.
Okay, in simply supported beam, I choose a beam E67. So, after the calculation I made, the main reinforcement we use is 1H10 and the length of reinforcement is R6125.
Good day, everyone. My name is Kumi Sin. So for simply support the beam, I choose the beam 3 slash EF. So after the calculation, I decide to use main reinforcement, which is size 2H10, and for the link is R6 with space 125.
Okay, for simply supported beam, I choose ground floor, and then the beam is at A sit until 7, and the main reinforcement is 1H12, and the link I use is RC125, and it is a T beam.
So for simply supported beam, I chose ground floor, which is beam A4 to 5, and from the calculations, I use for the main reinforcement is 6H8, and for the link is R6 space 125.
For continuous supported beam, I choose the beam 6BD, and after the calculation, I find the main reinforcement of the beam is 2H10 and the length is R6 300.
For continuous beam, I also choose the first floor, which is beam A6X. So I will calculate, I decide for main reinforcement, we use two type, which is 2H10 for TE beam and 4H10 for L beam. And with the link is R6 with space 225.
Okay, for continuous supported beam, I choose first floor plan, and it's beam D 2 and 4, 2 until 4. And then, okay, the main reinforcement, there is two. One is 5H10 and 2H6. And the link for both of them is R25 175.
So for the continuous beam, I also chose ground floor, which is beam E5 to 7. And from the calculation, for the main reinforcement, we have two type, which is 4H6 and 6H50. And for the link is R6 space 225.
For the summary, we as a civil engineering student must know how to design a beam, as beams are used to support the weight of floors, ceilings, and roof as a building, and to transfer the load to a vertical load-bearing element of the structure. We also have to know the detailing of the beam, deflection, cracking, the link arrangement, and more. This is because if we, as a future engineer, take designing beam casually, it will cause the building to be collapsed as we just do it without take a precaution. So, structural design is important in civil engineering because it helps to check that the structure is safe to be used.
In conclusion, structure design analysis is essential in construction industry as it can determine if a structure design is safe and can tell it advance the lifespan of the building. In fact, the structure design contains all the necessary information of foundation, floor, walls, beams, roof type, and material quality to ensure that all construct structure meet all safety categories. For this project, all aims have been achieved and team members are able to create a structure plan and perform design calculation to straight and continuous beam by refer Eurocode 2 and design specification. The manual calculation in this report meet the standard of safety, ease of use, economy of durability. Finally, we learn to recognize the structure details of the constant with the reinforced concrete beam on the building body.